be focusing on what is stubble burning. We will also focus on one of the major mechanisms that has been put in place for handling or managing the air pollution in Delhi. And also we look into not an unrelated one, but yes, it was recently a small metabolic change that was recently in news. So we will discuss these three topics today. So we are moving on with something known as stubble burning. Now what is this stubble burning? We all know what a stubble is. Stubble is something that is left over after harvesting a crop. After harvesting, if you take rice for that matter, or wheat, we are not going to take completely uproot the plant and then use it in the harvest, use it as harvest. But we are going to cut the crop and leave the roots as undergrowth that still grow in the field. So this is what we call as stubble. But stubble, yes, generally all these cattle, they will be fed all these stubble while it is in the ground. But what is happening is that especially in the Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh regions, the stubble is being burnt. Stubble is being burnt because this stubble or paddy harvest, it occurs at the end of the Kharif season, that is around October, November beginning and all these time period. This paddy harvest gets over, and the next season, the Rabi season, wheat has to be grown. So there is a very small time gap. Between harvesting of rice and sowing of wheat. So I cannot sustainably manage this stubble. So what farmers do is that they burn this stubble. They burn this stubble as an easy and effective mechanism to prepare the soil for the next sowing season of wheat or any rabi crop for that matter. So this has a lot of issues. It has a lot of environmental issues. It can also lead to issues for the farmers also. So what are the environmental issues is that this stubble burning, it releases a lot of pollutants. For example, you take carbon monoxide, you take nitrous oxides, you take volatile organic compounds also, they can come out of this stubble burning. And you also have things such as the polycyclic aromatic compounds. You have a lot of other things that come as a result. We have PM particulate matter 2.5 and 10 that come as a result of stubble burning. These are the environmental pollutants that come out during burning. And the other thing that affects the farmer is that this burning can also affect the soil fertility. What happens is that the heat from stubble burning, it enters the something known as heat penetration, that enters or penetrates the soil structure and kills the microbes or kills the beneficial microbes in the soil. It kills the earthworms in the soil, leading to a increase in the use of fertilizers by farmers. We all know these microbes play a very big role in nitrogen fixation. There is a lot of microbes. We have Acetobacter, Nitrosomonas, Pseudomonas, there are a lot of things, a lot of microbials that play a very big role when it comes to nitrogen fixation and farming in India, farming in general, anywhere, also in India. But the thing is, this stubble burning, it affects or kills or reduces the number of microbes in India, microbes in the soil, and this can also lead to decrease in the fertility of soil. But yes, now how is this connected to Delhi? How is this connected to the worsening of air pollution in Delhi is that all these regions, you take Punjab, you take Haryana, you take Uttar Pradesh, all these are surrounding Delhi. So Delhi is at the center and all these states are surrounding Delhi, and any change in the air quality or air condition in these states also affect the Delhi's air pollution also. So stubble from there, it comes and deposits here. The particulate matter that arises in Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh comes and settles here in Delhi. Now all these things happen, and there are also a lot of geographical reasons to it for Delhi being polluted large scale due to the effects of stubble burning in Punjab, Haryana and the adjoining regions of Delhi. So this is how the effect is. And when it comes to management of stubble, there are various methods through which stubble can be managed. Two major mechanisms or methods is that of in situ management and ex situ management. In situ management, we all know that something is to be done within the field, something in the field is done to manage stubble. But when it comes to ex situ, the stubble is collected and it's transformed into various other useful forms. Now what can be done in this in situ method is that there are a lot of decomposers. There are also chemical decomposers and also biological decomposers. For example, recently ICAR, they had this a concoction of fungi known as the Pusa decomposer that can be spread or that can be sprinkled on all these stubble to make them mushy, to make them more like a mulch like structure, to make them have their own organic tendencies, they have their organic structures, and mix them with the soil. So this is what the PUSA decomposer does is basic biodecomposer that eats or that decomposes this stubble in a very efficient manner. This is one of the in situ management methods that we have. And next we moving on to ex situ methods. There are a lot of ex situ methods also. What can be done is that this stubble can be collected and can be changed into pellets, can be changed into bio pellets that can be used as a substitute for coal. Not entirely, but yes, 80-20, 70-30 in this percentage we can use these bio pellets to replace coal, which will also reduce the import bill in India. This can be done, and you can also produce alcohol from these stubble, because we all know the importance of 2G biofuels today, the advanced biofuels, and this can be done here. This can be done, and also we have a lot of other things also. Compressed biogas can be or bio-CNG can be produced using these pellets. These are the ways of ex situ management when it comes to stubble. So this is what stubble burning is, what are the ill effects and what are the mechanisms that can be used or can be operationalized in order to handle the problem of stubble in India. So moving on to the next topic, also related to the Delhi air pollution, we have something known as the Graded Response Action Plan, GRAP. Now what is this GRAP? So we all know that the air quality in Delhi is very poor. Air quality in Delhi is poor, and we would have come across in all these papers that GRAP has been implemented, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 and all these. You would have come across, obviously if you have read the paper, you would have come across all these things. Now what is this GRAP? GRAP is nothing but it was a result of a case known as the MC Mehta vs Union of Indian case, in which the verdict came, and in pursuant of this particular verdict, the GRAP was inculcated. GRAP was brought into India's or particularly Delhi's fight against air pollution as a very efficient tool. So in 2016, this particular case, MC Mehta case, is a verdict is coming, and in 2017, something known as GRAP, Graded Response Action Plan, is being inculcated by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Now what does this GRAP do? GRAP has a lot of mechanism. In fact, has 4 stages. These 4 stages, a lot of initiatives has to be taken to reduce this air pollution in India. What this GRAP is based upon, or who implements this GRAP? So until 2021, there was this particular body known as the Environmental Pollution Prevention and Control Authority, EPCA, Environmental Pollution Prevention and Control Authority, that was the nodal agency for implementing GRAP and monitoring the implementation of GRAP and its policies, or any stages for that matter. But later a new body, a new commission was instilled with a statutory provision, with a statutory existence it was given. So this body is known as the Commission for Air Quality Management in the National Capital Region and adjoining areas. So this commission now has been entrusted with the responsibility to implement GRAP and monitor the situation of air pollution over Delhi. So this is a statutory body, Commission for Air Quality Management in the National Capital Region and adjoining areas. That is the name of the commission. That also act also goes with the same name. The act also goes with the same name. So initially what happened was, this particular GRAP was operationalized based on the PM 2.5 and PM 10 levels of Delhi. But later we all know this air quality index that measures around 8 types of pollutants and has around 6 categories. Poor, there are a lot of other categories also. So yes, later from 2022, this particular air quality index has been used. Earlier PM 2.5 and PM 10 were used in order to implement or not implement the GRAP. Now what are the stages of GRAP? There are a lot of stages. It will be four in generally. In general we speak, there are 4 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 and stage 4, depending on the level of air pollution in Delhi. For example, if the air quality index says that there is poor air quality in Delhi, stage 1 is implemented. Stage 1 has a lot of things that has to be reduced, that has to be taken care of, and all these things. Buildings, there are restrictions on buildings, construction, all these things are there. When it comes to stage 2, air quality index says very poor air quality. Stage 3, severe. Stage 4, severe plus. There are a lot of other stages. These 4 stages are the main stages that are being implemented under the GRAP. Now there is this important thing that has to be remembered when it comes to GRAP. This GRAP is incremental in nature. Now what does incremental in nature mean? Incremental in nature is nothing but, even if the later stages are added. For example, today, let us say today this is being the 5th of March. I am implementing GRAP stage 1 today, and tomorrow the air quality is getting worse and it is getting exponentially increased. Air quality is getting exponentially poor, and I am moving towards GRAP 2. Now GRAP 2 has certain features that has to be done. GRAP 1 has certain features that has to be done. Now I will not straight away skip stage 1 and go to stage 2. What I will do is that I will implement stage 2 and also start implementing stage 1. I will implement stage 2. Stage 2 will be my priority. Just like that, I will not leave all the components under stage 1. I will implement stage 1 components. I will implement stage 2 components. When the next day it worsens even or goes to the severe plus category, what happens is that all the 3 stages will be implemented, and alongside stage number 4 will be implemented. So this is how the GRAP being this is what the GRAP being incremental means. This is what all about the GRAP. GRAP has a lot of issues also regarding its implementation or how effective it is to control Delhi's air pollution, and all these things are there. This is up for another discussion. Yes, this is what GRAP and stubble burning, these both are linked due to the concept of Delhi's air pollution in general. And move on to pretty unrelated topic that was recently used, a very small one, known as cryptobiosis. Now, what is this cryptobiosis? You would have come across bears, and one important feature of bears, not all bears, but yes, general bears, is that of hibernation. What is this hibernation? Hibernation is nothing but when situations get poor, when resources get scarce, what these bears do is that they go to sleep. They hibernate. They take a very long sleep. They reduce all their metabolism. They reduce all their food intake and all these things. They will sleep for some 5 or 6 months. This is what is known as hibernation. There is also the things called as aestivation, depending on the seasons in which the animals sleep or move around. Now there is also another thing in this similar fashion, but in an extreme way, known as the cryptobiosis. Recently in Siberia, a particular microscopic nematode, microscopic worm was discovered that was in a state of cryptobiosis. So cryptobiosis is nothing but a state of inactivity. Inactivity is to such an extent that it also called as temporary death. It's also called as temporary death. So it will be very low metabolism. It will be like close to non-existence. It will be very low. We cannot surely say that whether metabolism is happening or not, or this particular organism is alive or not. So this is what cryptobiosis is: a state of extremely low physical activity or extremely low metabolic activity within an organism. When harsh conditions are characterized by absence of water, absence of oxygen, and all these things, mostly smaller organisms, they move towards something known as the state of very low metabolic activity, known as cryptobiosis. But this cryptobiosis does not stop with very small scale organisms, but also it has potential. Like today we are talking very highly of space, very highly of astrophysics, very highly of reaching Mars, reaching Moon and all. So this particular journey, it's a very long journey. For example, you take around a lot of months to reach Mars. In this Mars, people cannot sit idle. Astronauts or cosmonauts, they cannot sit idle. What they can do is that they can move into a state of cryptobiosis. A lot of science fiction movies also cater to the needs, have shown us how cryptobiosis works also. This can be used in space technology, and also for conserving various species also this can be done.